Good evening, everybody from Central Michigan. It's about 7:15 p.m. on Sunday, December 6th. It is a cool 29 degrees. But after what happened last night, I had to get a fire going and sit out here and see if we can attract anything. That was crazy last night. I originally thought it was just a rock tumbling down the hill, but there was a lot more to it than that. So maybe we can attract some attention here tonight by doing this. I'm going to be listening myself with the parabolic. I'm not going to plug it into this. Probably the camera microphone's picking up the river too, but I can't really help that. But it is even quieter tonight than it was last night. Let's hope I can stay warm enough by the fire and a couple cats in my lap. And for right now, I'm sitting out here by myself. Tracey's work was having their small little Christmas party at 7 o'clock. So I'll be out here for a while by myself. Oh, and whatever furry friends come visit me. I'm Mr. Shadow. I'm Missy Kitty. And Missy Kitty's already found my lap. Gotta admit, guys, it's a little creepy sitting out here by yourself, even with a kitty on your lap. nice pieces of cherry. Kind of usually say that for 0-degree weather, but I consider this a special occasion. How many people are having bonfires 28-degree weather in December? I wish we get some rain. I'd even take snow if it makes this river go higher and quiets it down. Most of what you're hearing is a rock right here in front of me, just less than 20 feet from the fire. And it's a boulder. There ain't no moving that one. And that would be Mr. Shadow scratching on the door. He wants to go in. I gotta thank each and every one of you for supporting our channel. Love the comments, love having discussions with you guys. I'm gonna try to keep up with the comments as best we can. I don't plan on going silent. Engaging with you guys daily is awesome. And as far as the ads go, I haven't quite figured all that out yet. Tell me in the comments if there's too many. I mean, I don't want, obviously you guys have to suffer through 3 ads to watch a 15-minute video. I haven't quite figured out. I finally figured out today what you're supposed to do. I missed that step the last couple days, so I should be able to limit to just 1 at the beginning. I hope that's okay. It gives you the choice of the beginning, the middle, or the end. Obviously, I wouldn't want it at the end because nobody would watch it, and I don't think we'd get credit for it. Although it's not about money. It never has been. My intent was never. I never thought I'd be at this point with this channel. It was just, my goal was to share the evidence, information, whatever you want to call it, of what we had going on around here, and try to get comments, opinions about that subject. So I'm very thankful and grateful that we are where we are, and we got you guys to share that with. That sounded like a knock. I heard that with my own ears. Trying to find a comment on one of my videos I wanted to share with you guys. I'm on the video now, I'm just going to find the comment. video titled, was it Bigfoot Pareidolia or something else? Someone pointed out something that Tracey and I saw while we were doing the video. We were editing it, and I didn't point it out. And she time-stamped the same thing that we saw as a slightly hard to pronounce name, Etery, E-T-E-R-Y, Terry Maislin. So that 7-Eleven, there's a dark spot in the middle of the screen in the wood line. Well, Tracey and I saw that. It looks to us like actually it's a head, because there's a couple other shots after that it's not there anymore. And I just thought that was really cool, because it wasn't very far from where I was standing. So, but thank you for sharing that comment and pointing that out. If you guys want to go back and take a look, you'll see it. It's up along where you can see the sky against the trees. It's just a little bit right of center. Well, guys, I guess I am on my own. Carl was going to come down and hang out here shortly, but he says he's having stomach issues. I was like, that's okay, keep your stinky ass at home then. No, I didn't really tell him that, but I thought that. I'm going to put my headphones back on and see what I can hear. Oh man, are them cold after letting them sit out here for a few. That's me trying out the night vision camera to see if it's going to work. Okay guys, I don't know what direction they came from. My dish is not directional. That got my heart pumping. That kind of crash doesn't generally happen naturally on a calm night. Having had lots of time to think about whether I would go down there and confront something throwing rocks again, I'd have to say it's about 50-50, because I should have ran outside last night and looked to see what caused that crash, and I didn't, because it freaked me out. My heart was just racing last night. The first time it happened, I just didn't give it a second thought. But now that when you have time to sit and ponder something like that, it's different now. I guess it brought the reality home. He's playing with my cord. Hey, Gypsy. Just he's playing with the cord for my parabolic. I had to put some gloves on. My hands are cold already. I think that was a water sound, even though it sounded like a knock. The river makes some really deceiving noises sometimes. Kind of feel like a target sitting in the dark with this fire going in front of me, but that's why I'm doing it. Just hope any attention I get doesn't get too close. That sounded like taps, not knocks. That sounded like a vocal. And that was one of my flashlights. Just there it is. I found it. segment 2. It's almost 8 p.m. now, Eastern Time. For those who may be watching overseas. Carl was going to come down and hang out with me, but he isn't going to make it, so now I'm alone till Tracey gets back home. At least we got a nice fire. I don't have the microphone in the parabolic dish. I have it clipped on the stand, trying to minimize the river noise. You may or may not hear the parabolic record or the recording from this. I don't know. Depends on what we capture. Last night that crashing, splashing sound didn't happen until about quarter to midnight. Back in October when the rocks were thrown in the water, that was almost 12:30 in the morning. They seem to be liking the late night stuff. And I generally don't make it past midnight. I know a lot of you can relate to that. We can see our average subscriber's age, and most people are my age or older. I'm okay with that. We don't have a bunch of smart ass punks mucking up our channel. I've only ever had to block 2 people or ban. I like that word, ban. You are banished from my channel. I don't have any cats with me now. Is that a whistle? I'm listening with the audio recorder, so I might be hearing things that the camera's not picking up. don't know, these Christmas parties can be bad news for a relationship. How many times have you heard that, the wife goes to a Christmas party and she comes home and a day or two later tells you, honey, I got something to tell you. At the Christmas party, I had a little bit too much to drink, and one thing led to the other, and I was like, ah, geez, you slept with another boss? Ah, just kidding. Tracey's a good woman. Trust her 100%. We'll be together 23 years come January 29th. After all, she trusts me out here doing this. You never know. There could be a hot female squatch out there. We just don't know enough about them now, do we? I can't complain about a yappy dog, though. One of mine, Lucy, aka Bubba, is a skipper key, but I call her a yapper key. But sometimes these people just ignore it. It just goes on and on and on. From what I've been told, the guy that lives next door to her, I don't know if they're even still here, they might have went back to Florida, but he does not like dogs. That sounded like a knock in between the yaps. Couldn't tell. That was the stick breaking. Oh, geez, these batteries aren't no better than this that I put in the recorder than the ones I took out. Anytime you hear a stick twig snap like that, it makes you wonder. Man, without these headphones on, it is just absolutely still. There is a slight breeze, you can see it in the fireplace. Okay, that's an unusual. Whoa, Jesus, that made me jump. That was the fire. That sounded like some unusual water noise. I miss Kitty. Big old fuzzy Missy kitties come back on my lap, so that's nice. That's a lively piece of wood I threw on there. I think that was a vocal. That thing to me sounds like it's going, yeah. It's funny though, if I record something on the audio recorder, Tracy and I can hear two totally different things. Like that crashing sound last night, she said it sounded like all vocals to her. To me, it sounded like a rock rolling down the hill with wood smashing and water splashing. So it's pretty weird how you can interpret something so differently. Missy Kitty is keeping my lap nice and warm. Good kitty. She makes me feel a lot safer though, because you know as well as I do that she'll alert to something before I hear it. Right now she's nice and relaxed. She's a good hand warmer too. That's a dog, it ain't right. I guess it is. I wish the fire quit doing that. Makes me jump every time. Cannot say that I've actually heard that particular dog before. I'm used to the two I usually hear. Who's the audio recorder guys? That sounds like something walking or moving around across the river.